pen. Subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. Re-earn 30 years so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. We're leaving the kings of all crowns. So are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, y'all, keep the flow. But can you rock it like rocket? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Ready, set, steady, back. Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all, keep the flow.
Now, this great venue has hosted some memorable playoff games over the years, and these Bear fans are hoping to make some new memories today at Soldier Field in Chicago. Tonight, it's the NFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Carolina Panthers and the Chicago Bears. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Ready? Let's get it.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
You. Kill. 20. 20.
Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Here's Grant. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Watch the slap.
Now Newton. Completes it to Samuel. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 44-yard line. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They run the counter. Grant. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 13 yards, first down, Panthers. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
and they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside, but it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
On 1st and 10, Newton. And Thomas has it. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how are you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
And that will be caught by Moore. He's got a Panthers touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Graham Gano on for the extra point. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Hit it.
54. Mike 54.
Now a first carry for T.J. Yeldon. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They run it from the gun with Yeldon. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Luke Kuechly combines speed, intelligence, toughness, puts it all together. It makes plays like one we just saw there. He may not be a big-time blitzer, but, boy, he knows how to pursue straight ahead and make plays in the run game.
Down. 18 Gator.
Check. Walk 54. Walk
61. Matchbox lights. Ready to go. Let's go.
On 3rd down, Fitzgerald flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. He finds some open field here. And he slides to avoid the hit. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Back to throw. Fitzgerald. And his throw here's incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Fitzgerald, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Ready.
Operating from the gun, Fitzgerald. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
First down. Here we go. 30 base.
Mike, 54.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Mike.
Here we go.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
26-yard line.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. 2nd and 14. His throw incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
But that doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
Ready.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
Get it.
From the gun, Fitzgerald. This one into the hands of Burton. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
Brandon, lest my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, it's the 2nd time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
Looking to throw. Fitzgerald nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
16-yard line.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Draw play, this is Yeldon, and they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Operating from the gun, Fitzgerald, and that will be incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while, but when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Cam, option left. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
General West. Set, go. Set, go.
Following the fumble recovery, Fitzgerald. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
And 2 stop.
Right, 54. Double dog. That's the way. 54 Mike. Let's go.
Throwing on 1st down. Fitzgerald. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dontari Poe able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. Okay, 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Come on, boy. You better be ready. Be Griffin.
Back to throw. Fitzgerald. This is Miller. Complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Off the play fake. Fitzgerald. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Gerald McCoy drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
1st down, Carolina.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Check 43.
Hey, watch it.
Shoot. Watch the shoot.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Grant. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Let's put that team on the bus.
Gun.
He's checking.
This is Grant. Tackle was made by Joel Iyiegbuniwe.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Here we go. Yeah, ready?
Watch time. Tight end right.
Newton on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the 1st.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the 1st down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
Here's Newton. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They will run with Grant.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Newton now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bilal Nichols drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there. I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Fitzgerald. He finds Yeldon. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
You draw Corker.
Shift.
To throw again on 2nd down. Fitzgerald. This one caught by Ridley. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
And able to follow his center and pick up the 1st. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Steps away to his left, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy?
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Fitzgerald. That one complete to Yeldon. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 23 yards the pickup there.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch 54. You ain't going nowhere.
Here's 2nd and 8. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And they'll get this down to the 10. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So no gain on the play. They'll decline the penalty to not give him the down back.
And were you thinking to yourself that maybe they would take the yardage there?
Yeah,
because
possibly.
I definitely was. But as you noted, maybe they're just looking at the downs chart and saying, okay, we're comfortable where we are.
The holding penalty, that puts them in an unenviable spot here as they try again on 3rd and goal. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Hey, high 7.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check
Get up.
From the gun, Fitzgerald got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. T.J. Yeldon, as the first half is winding down, and the Bears have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll make this a 6-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Great.
Newton. Flush to his right. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, one of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. That'll be taken in the end zone. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time, they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive. Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's third down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 45-yard line.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
This quarterback now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's first and 10. Operating from the gun. Fitzgerald. He completes this into the hands of Miller. Touchdown, Chicago! Anthony Miller, 45 yards as the Bears push further out in front. Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for two.
Topper!
From the gun, Fitzgerald, he's got it at the 2. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eddie Goldman with a sack. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made.
And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for Carolina. 55 yards. Sometimes the one-handed catches are unnecessary, but he was trying to ward off the defender with the other, so maybe that was just a good play.
So that tells you that not only do they imagine those types of catches, they actually work on them with defenders jostling them in order to keep their concentration and haul it in.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, second and 10. Throwing again, Newton. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at third and 10. Now Newton. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
4th down, and here's Graham Gano now in the field goal unit for the Panthers. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
To throw again. Fitzgerald dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down.
Okay, just like that. Just like that.
Operating from the gun. Fitzgerald, and the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kamale Correa just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Another try after the first down sack. Newton. And Charles got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Newton. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Bears take over.
Ready up.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
At the 38-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
80 weapon. Watch his threat. Watch his Slam, slam, slam.
2nd and 5. They go with a screen. It's Yeldon. Give them 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
We go. 18 Gators. I'm coming.
They'll try and run here with Barber. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. He's going to look deep for more. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Newton. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Carolina. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. That's taken on the 25. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Fitzgerald. He's got Burton here. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 23 yards, the final tally.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain.
Coming.
Right there. 54, right there. Right there.
On 1st and 10, Fitzgerald. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
on the set.
Mike 59. Rip right.
Get it.
Now this time he'll look to throw. The catch is made by Riley Ridley. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. An 18-yard touchdown grab as the Bears push further out in front. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Makes the score Bears 28, Panthers 10. Pat O'Donnell set to kick off.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. And Newton's going to keep it. And he's going to ball his way in for a Panther score. Cam Newton, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead.
Instead of having to play follow the leader there, the leader led.
I like that. And he likes that, doesn't he? 1st and goal, let me do the job.
Because you know when he falls into the end zone after falling behind those big guys who pushed up front, that's a pretty good celebration, isn't it?
Gives him a little street cred in the locker room, too, doesn't it?
Street cred, and then when they go out to dinner afterwards, he's still picking up the check.
Gano the extra point, and the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Ready. 30 base.
Check. Watch 54. Let him know.
Yeah.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fitzgerald. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
The Bears on third down. Well, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Fitzgerald. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 23. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give him 15 there. The Panthers have a first down. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
20.
Throwing is Newton. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Eddie Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going. Yeldon fighting. He lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Blue down.
Looking to throw. Fitzgerald got a man open. It's Wims. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
But there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
Hey, wahoo!
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Big Griffin.
Off play action. Fitzgerald. And that is incomplete.
He has just not had his focus in this game. It's not one drop. It's not 2. That's 3 for this contest.
Yeah, uncharacteristic for any NFL receiver, and he's no exception. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Newton now to throw.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Here's Newton. Quick slant, caught by Moore. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Thomas has got it. Complete. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Newton. He's going to look deep for more. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1 yard line.
1 yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They're going to set up the screen here. This is Grant. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown as his guys are back within a single score. So a big play coming for the Panthers. They'll go for 2.
Great. That's right now. That's Smith.
Mike, 58, right there. Hey, let's get in that holes.
They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, Chicago. He goes 102 yards from one end zone to the other as the Bears push further out in front. A big-time special teams play here in the 4th quarter to extend their lead.
And coaches preach it all the time. If you can score on special teams, your chances of winning the game really jump up in a big way. Now, I'll let our analytics friends quantify it and give us the exact numbers, but that's what coaches talk about all the time, that extra momentum, that extra bounce you get from a special team score.
I don't have any analytics friends. Those are your friends.
I'll claim them.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Bears 35, Panthers 25. Pat O'Donnell to kick off for Chicago.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Panthers take over
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right?
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Roquan Smith showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. To try again after the sack. Newton.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
The Panthers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 14. From the gun, Newton. It's complete to Grant. A gain of 22. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Check 21. 20. Great.
From the 50, Newton. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Eddie Goldman, his 2nd sack of the night. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now on 2nd and 16. Newton, he's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
They'll start out on the ground. It's T.J. Yeldon. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And for a 2nd straight play, just nowhere to go thanks to this Carolina defense. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll try the option right here on 3rd down. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. The keeper there turning into a big play of 23 yards, and it moves the sticks. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A 1st down carry now for Yeldon. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Me and you all day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Again, it's Yeldon. Dontari Poe in on the stop. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Let's go.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Nice, sweetheart.
They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs. And that knee will do it. Can't stop the clock defensively, so they protected their home field, got the victory in the wild card round.
And rewarded their home crowd. They came out in force for this one, really supported them throughout the year, and boy, they were something special in this one. And maybe it's their last home game, and if so, they sent them out with a great visual, didn't they?
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from Soldier Field.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy.